Majestic Loons. My name is Greg, and I am here to preview Minnesota United versus Sporting Kansas City Wednesday, September 15th at Children's Mercy Park with a kickoff time of 7:30 p.m., also known as the friendliest rivalry in sports, I guess. Minnesota, we are coming off a 1-0 away loss to Seattle. Honestly, I would have been pleased with you know, pleased with the point there because we know how tough it is in Seattle, and especially with the next, kind of the stretch we're in, Seattle, Kansas City, and then the Galaxy. Sporting Kansas City, they are coming off a 2-0 home win over Chicago. I feel like, Chicago is kind of, not been surprised for, I feel like they're not, that good at times, especially away. Our earlier meeting this season, we drew 0-0 during the Heineken rivalry, so I guess now we're officially a rivalry, if you want. I still don't, call it. Where that was the second game in a row where we were up a man for like 70 or at least 70 some minutes, and we still hadn't scored a goal. So that's definitely something to look out for. And Kansas City, that's it's a real tough place to play, and we've lost there 5 times, and we've only won there once, and that was the fantastic 3-0 win last season in the Western Conference semifinal playoffs. When he had the the link up of Emmanuel Reynoso and Kevin Molino, who I know this news a little while back, but I don't know if I addressed it. But all the best to Kevin Molino and his recovery from a torn ACL. Somebody who I think definitely I think at one time when he was in Orlando and he was with Kaká, and Kaká actually said Molino could go over and play in Europe because on his day he's that good, and definitely he was last season. So all the best to him. We know Kansas City. They have, I think, one of the most consistent managers that I think he's really done a really good job with Sporting in Kansas City, and Peter Vermees, and he's put together, I think, a really, really good squad. They have the attacking options like Johnny Russell, Alan Polito, and Daniel Saloy, who I think he's definitely come, I think he's, started to be, really good this season. You have midfield options like Roger Espinoza, Gadi Kinda, Randy Walter, and Jose Maury, and then you have kind of the defense and back line of Eli Sanchez, who I think they usually were playing him in the number 6, but now they've kind of, I think, transitioned him back to more of a center back. Also have Graham Zusi, and then you have, I think, one of the most consistent goalkeepers in MLS in recent times in Tim Melia, who I think he was just part of the MLS goalkeeper pool, and came up to Sporting Kansas City, and now he's look where he is now. I think he's gotten in the past. I think he was called up to the U.S. men's national team. I don't know if I think he might have gotten capped. Don't quote me on that. But he's definitely really good. Sporting Kansas City, they usually like to play a 4-3-3. Kind of, we know the pace that they have on the counterattack. Like I said, with Johnny Russell and Daniel Saloy, who, like I alluded to earlier, definitely has kind of shown what he's capable of this season, and I think someone who, there's a possibility that, could play, maybe in for a contender for MVP of the year. But I feel like, you have maybe like Bo, or, somebody from the Revs. Possibly, I have that, maybe possibly winning that. And then you also have the goal threat of Alan Polito for their record signing, who I think, is definitely, I think he's a really good goal threat, and a really good attacking piece that they have. Kind of, and then for Minnesota, for like my things to the game, I feel like we need to be. We've done it a few times this season, but definitely need to be better organized at times than we were against Seattle. I feel like the midfield was at fault for the goal, because leaving João Paulo kind of open at the at the top of the box for him to just a pass, and for him to rip a shot off the post and in, and then another one. I say it every single preview is take our chances and score goals, because I know Adrian Heath has the mindset of goals change games, and they do, and I know we create a lot of chances. I think we really did create. We did create a lot of some good chances against Seattle. We just we couldn't finish them, which I think is something sad, because I think it's like I said, statistically, we create a lot of chances. We're one of the lowest, if not like the lowest, as far as actually converting those chances. So that's definitely something. Like I said in every game preview. So unfortunately, Ozzy Alonso and Chase Gasper, they will both miss this game due to yellow card accumulation. They both got their fifth yellow card of the season, respectively, during the game against Seattle, which I think is kind of something. I was watching it on ESPN Plus, and the Seattle commentators, when Ozzy got carded, they're like, "Well, that's just kind of Ozzy's almost kind of signature of Ozzy getting booked." And to my surprise, I'm kind of surprised in a sense that I wonder if Ozzy kind of hasn't gotten a red card for Minnesota, and because knowing him, and kind of sometimes he gets angry and his temper sometimes, but I feel like our depth, I think we can kind of show our depth, because I think we definitely have good players that can come in. So and then that was also, I think, possibly the last time that Ozzy Alonso got to play in front of the Seattle fans, which is something is kind of I think this is gonna be his last season. Because I think we brought in Trapp as kind of as his replacement, and him being 36. I see him hanging up his boots after this season. So we will get into my starting 11. I'm depending on, because I think they said Lod and Reynoso will play a part in Sporting Kansas City versus Sporting Kansas City and the LA Galaxy. So I'm under the assumption that that probably maybe play they would start on the bench. So I'm going with a 4-3-3 formation. So starting in goal, I'm going with Tyler Miller. I think that's a real no-brainer. I think he's saved us countless times ever since he came in after our four consecutive losses, and I think we've only maybe lost like two or three times since then, and I think definitely kind of need to find our form and have a strong end of the season. In the defense, this one was really tricky because we have like Debasi who can play left back, but I feel like he's more of a I feel like playing more as a center back. You have Yuka Raitala, who's a lot kind of played left back for Finland, but I remember seeing this. I think the last time when Gasper was out injured, I think they played DJ Taylor and left back, who's normally I think he's naturally a right back. So I am going with DJ Taylor, Bakai Debasi, Michael Boxall, and Romain Mentiner. I definitely think Taylor, his defensive side of the game is, I think that's his better side, and maybe against somebody like Sporting Kansas City, maybe to have. I mean, I know Heath likes to have wingers that can attack, and I think Taylor's definitely getting better as far as attacking wise, and I mean, so I would kind of put DJ Taylor, Debasi, Boxall. That partnership I think is really really good. You know, I think Coleman, when he stepped in for Boxy, I thought he did a really good job, and kind of being as a a Minnesota boy, and somebody like that's been with the team since then, and and then also, like I said in the last game, Michael Boxall, getting a new 2-year contract, I think through 2023. It's definitely something definitely earned. And then Roman Mentiner, machine, just, I know they said questionable. They were gonna do his to see if he was be good enough to play after playing 3 games. So maybe you give against LA, maybe you give Metanair a break a little, or and maybe you do DJ Taylor on the right, and then but we'll start that in the midfield. I'm going with Will Trapp, Ja'Cory Hayes, and Hassani Dotson. So basically the same, almost the same with against Seattle, but you have playing Trapp in the 6, kind of. I think you have Dotson in the 8, or maybe even Hayes, and then either Hayes, then the other who isn't playing the 8, maybe more advanced, and I think Ja'Cory Hayes, I think, is a really really good depth piece. FC Dallas, academy, and you look at some of the players that have come through the FC Dallas academy, and it's definitely something. And then for the front 3, I'm going with Fragapane, Unu, and Finley. It was good to see Fragapane back after quite a long layoff. I remember when he first got injured, they thought he would be out around a month, and it might have, I can't even remember when it might have been like a month, maybe even 2, possibly, but don't quote. Unu, I think was article came out. I think Andy Greeter wrote and basically said like Udo's kind of only been playing like a striker for he's 3 seasons, and I think he's better as kind of a shadow striker, arriving late in the box. But I think he's learning as it learning more and more as you go along, and definitely. And then Ethan Finley, I mean, he's you know MLS veteran, born in Duluth, and I definitely think he's a good leader, and locker room, and always leaves his all on the pitch. So that is my starting 11. um like I said, as I don't like to give like score predictions. I just like to give what you know what the result I would honestly be proud um with a point, um a win. I mean, I could see it happening, um possibly, but as long as we don't drop a point to Kansas City and the friendliest rivalry. So that is going to do it for this match preview. Make sure to comment your predictions and kind of starting predicted starting 11 for the game. Like the video, share the video to grow, and subscribe. And come on, you Loons.